You're watching TelecomTV from HPE CommsWorld 2016 in Greece. And I'm joined now by Martin Blades, who is Business Development Manager with Mobility Infrastructure at Spirent. Martin, thanks for joining us on TelecomTV. Tell me what Spirent's activities are regards NFV.
I think people recognise Spirent very much from the lab environment. We have a wealth of products. We're now bringing those products out from the lab into the live operational networks. And obviously NFV is a very key part of that. So all of our functionality, if you look at landslide, core and edge, we can either instantiate that in hardware or very much now in software into the virtual environment. So it's a key part of our strategy.
How important is pre-validation and pre-testing virtual network functions for operators?
For the operators themselves, it's very important to understand exactly how their different VNFs are actually performing. What we can do within Spirent is that we can wrap around that product, emulate all the rest of the network around it, and validate the functionality right the way from layer 3 through layer 7, so the full control plane, to validate the functionality.
So you can perform validation on a live network as well?
We can perform that validation either in the test environment. We can also take that into the live network as well and wrap around the functions as they're brought up within the network. We can check validate the functionality, and then that can be brought into the live network as a fully birth certificated new function or new service.
So how can operators ensure quality of service in their networks?
If you take the landslide core and edge product, we have a capability now of emulating the eNode B and the user equipment, and then simulating real live traffic up to 50 user UEs right the way through the entire network. And this will allow operators to see proactively what the service level agreements are, and if there is an issue, we can then go into the next mode of actually investigating which network element is causing an issues, or is it an issue, for example, with transmission or backhaul. How
important is it that we form ecosystems and we're part of broader ecosystems?
I think what operators are looking for is that broad ecosystem to give them choice and variety, and also have the agile nature of developing and deploying new services and new functions into their networks. So having that ecosystem, having the ability to wrap around those different functions and validate end-to-end functionality is critical to do that in a real-time way.
Is it also important that we embrace open source and open standards?
I think the open standards are very important to make sure that interfaces are clearly defined. So obviously we conform to all of the 3GPP standards, etc. So having those standard interfaces defined is critical to validate those functions.
And what is Spirent doing with HPE?
At HPE we've over 8 proof of concepts worldwide currently running. So we've got a lot of experience now working with HPE on how to start to understand and deploy into these types of environments.
Excellent. Martin, thank you very much indeed.
Thank you.